Hello, PokeMoshPitbeta. This is metalgrinder732 once again here, bringing you a my second entry to PokeMoshPitbeta. This time I have a 5th gen battle. This is against SushiKing from the Abras Asylum chat. This was a pretty cool battle, so we get into it. He starts off with his 8. I go into Galvantula, and I'm just going to switch out because he's scarfed. So I guess go for the Volt Switch, get some damage up in him. Yeah. So then I'm going to go out into my Pringles guy. He just U-turns, which is good for me because it doesn't do much damage, and goes into Mr. Bubble. And I know that the only reason he would go into Mr. Bubble is for tricking, and he tricks me, which is very good because I go into my Galvantula, and we just swap Choice Scarfs, which means he has to switch. I go for the HP Ice because I know he has both a Garchomp and a Gliscor on his team, and I was hoping he would switch one of those two in to take my electric attack, but he doesn't. So I switch into Daruma as he goes for the Stealth Rocks, and I go for the Flare Blitz because I know Flare Blitz can take out anything on his team, really, because it's just that pro, He goes for the Protect to get the Poison Heal up, but that really doesn't matter. Now I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz again. He switches into his Nature, which is great because I can take that thing out, and that thing is out of my hair. The quicker I get a Nature KO'd in a battle, the happier I am as a person. So now he decides to go into his Garchomp, and I'm going to switch into my Gliscor, predicting the Earthquake, and that's exactly what I get. That's awesome. Now I know that he is Scarfed because he switches out. Goes into Mr. Bubble. Now I'm just going to go for the Fling to Toxic Poison anything that comes in. Lands on this Rotom Wash, which is pretty awesome. It's always good to Toxic Poison bulky things like that. Now he's going to switch out, and he goes into his Latias. So I go for the Protect, predicting maybe to see what he did. I was thinking he might Hydro Pump, but he doesn't go for that. So he goes for the Calm Mind, maybe predicting I would switch. But I just go for Acrobatics to see how much that would do, and it really doesn't do that much. And I know he's carrying Recover on this guy, because that's what bulky Latias carry. So a 4-hit KO is not good enough. So I predict him to go for the Recover here, and switch into my Garchomp. And I pretty much know my Garchomp is a Swords Dancer, and his is a Scarfer, so I know his trumps mine, so there's really no reason for me to keep this guy around, because he's not a check for his Garchomp at all. So I just go for the Outrage to KO this Latias before it does any sweeping. So I know he's going to go into his Garchomp, but that's just fine, because he's going to lock himself into Outrage, which is nice. I don't really care that my Garchomp goes down. Doesn't matter. So that means I can go into my Metagross and set up my rocks, which is nice. So as he outrages here, I can set up my rocks, and he gets... And I was kind of hoping he would get the 3-turn outrage, but he doesn't. So I can't really attack him. But I go for the Meteor Mesh anyway to hit whatever comes in. Comes into the Rotom Wash, which is not that great. Now, I thought he wouldn't trick this time, but he decides to trick, which is really, 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 really bad because he gets my Lumberry and can heal himself of the Toxic Poison, and that's so bad. That sucks. Me getting a Choice Scarf's not that big a deal. Metagross with Choice Scarf's whatever. I don't care. So, I get the attack raise, which is nice, but Hydro Pump is going to take me down to red health, 14 HP. Very nice. I can go for one more Meteor Mash, but it doesn't matter. He's just going to KO me with Thunderbolt. I'm fine with that, because I got this guy at a level that I can kill him. And I'm thinking that my Burungero would be faster. I don't know why I thought that, because that was kind of a dumb thing to think. It's not, and he can go for the Pain Split, which is really annoying. Now I kind of have I'm thinking about what I want to do here. I want to get him to pain split when I predict it. Okay, now you saw that he went for the trick again just to grab my leftovers, which is kind of stupid. A new mechanic in 5th gen that they can steal your items if you don't, if they don't have one, they can just steal it with trick. Before it would fail, but that doesn't really matter. So I go for the Scald. I get the burn, which is really nice, and then I get the Cursed Body off on his Thunderbolt, which is also very nice. I go for the Recover, and I still don't think he's going to go for that Pain Split yet. Do I? I don't know. Do I predict it here? No. Yeah. I go for the Protect, seeing what he's going to do. He goes for the Trick. I have no idea why he would do that. I don't have an item. That's like one of the weirdest moves I've seen him do. That's one of the weirdest choices I've ever seen on a move. I don't know. So I go for the Shadow Ball. Now I predict him to go for the Pain Split. So I switch out into my Daruma, who lives with 7 HP after the Stealth Rocks, which is awesome because the Pain Split makes him weaker now. He's at less than 59 HP, which is nice. I know I can outspeed him. I just go for the Flare Blitz because it would KO him or KO anything he brings in. Doesn't really matter. He goes into his Fernate now, and I leave in Daruma just to die his Death Fodder and see what Inferno blocks himself into, because I'm pretty sure this thing is banded. So I can just go into my Galvantula, and again I predict him to go into his Garchomp, hit him with an HP Ice. It's going to take him down to about a quarter health left. Sadly though, for some reason, I miss-salved this Galvantula, making him slower than a Choice Scarfed Garchomp, which is probably a bad thing. I fixed it, so he's actually faster now, which is good. So now I go into Gliscor because he can't hit him with Earthquake, which is very nice. And then I hit his Gliscor with my Acrobatics, take that out, which is also nice. Now I left Gliscor in, which I really feel like was a mistake. I should have went into Jellicent is his English name. Okay, should have went into Jellicent to take the Flare Blitz. I thought that Gliscor could take that better, but he couldn't, I guess. So I didn't do a damage calc, so I didn't know how much Outrage was going to do to me. So just to be safe, I switch into Jellicent, and I plan to stall out Garchomp's Outrage so that it will maybe hit itself in its confusion or something. But I actually get the Cursed Body on Outrage, which is really nice, but it didn't matter because I did damage calcs, and he would not have KO'd me with an Outrage after I'd used Protect, so it really didn't matter. But it was a great battle. Good game, Good game, Sushi King. Sorry, I just recorded a battle with Gaio. So, thank you, PokeMoshPit. Please check out my channel in the description and check out Sushi King's channel. Peace.